Put it down more.
You're okay. I go to.
Zombie in Cancun, to Mojito.
You got your passport?
I can't multitask right now. I'm gonna fuck it up.
Yeah, leave him alone for a second. I think he's going to get a passport. This guy's a dog. He has some family in Mexico.
Chicago 2020. All right, you decide what you want to do with that form or what?
No. Get your bowl as well.
I did not. I got noodles.
Ah, switch it up on.
Noodles and company? Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Smile, make them comfortable.
Found it. All right, guys, everyone just be quiet for a second. It's unfortunate. These are mostly my guys too. Hey, John Manick. You guys hear me okay? No? Yeah?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Devin, you need a haircut immediately.
I know. I'll put it up. I just let it down.
No, you can have it down for the class. That's all right.
Don't worry. I wouldn't let it be like all crazy in a set.
Yeah. You're gonna have to get some man bun stuff going or get a bunch of muscles and tattoos like Mason and you might be all right, I guess. Mason somehow makes it work.
Yeah, I'm definitely missing the muscle aspect of that.
So guys, today is going to be a little bit different than usual. I'm going to play a recording of the training class that I did last week. And it will be everything I usually give. It was probably one of my better recordings as well. Went over a lot of important details about the introduction and not only the introduction, but how to establish control and the importance of building rapport and how to build good rapport. So with that being said, I'm going to share my screen. You guys are going to be able to watch me from 2 weeks ago, go over everything. The only thing you guys wouldn't have access to is asking me questions. Okay, and a lot of the trainees in that class asked a lot of great questions, so you might be able to still benefit from those questions. But I want you guys to write down any questions that you do have and then text them to me. And I'll put my number in the chat bar. But you'll be able to learn a lot. It will be very valuable. Just be patient. Don't get a whole powwow going inside the Zoom room. Like, act like it's really me over there doing the training class, and it should go well for you guys. Just be patient because there might be some questions I had to answer from other people, and obviously they're not any real time. And they're not in real time with you guys. So I'm going to share my screen. Does anyone have any questions on that or how that's going to go? All right. Wish I could do it today. I love you guys. A lot of my own guys up in here. Pretty much mostly my own guys and girls. So you guys will like it. It'll be great. And I got to run down and I got to handle some emergency passport application type things so I can go to Cancun next week. So wish me luck on that.
I was say, good luck with that.
Yeah, I got a grandmother that's passing away in Mexico City. Her name's Filomena Maseri or Josefina. Josefina Maseri. Yeah. So I got a doctor's note. We're gonna be able to qualify for an emergency application. It's gonna be great.
Oh yeah.
Whose birthday?
Dominic or team.
All right.
You wanna put your line on my phone? Okay.
You guys might be a little bit messed up in here when this is going. Because I got to keep this sound on. Mace is in this one too. Can you guys hear sound? I don't think we can, no.
No,
Like
not
barely.
really.
Yeah, no.
All right, let me try to restart the recording or. There we go.
Totally. Yeah, sorry, we're.
All right, guys, can you hear me now?
All right, guys. So how we all doing today?
Good. How about you?
Yeah, we can hear it.
Fantastic. Better now that I'm seeing all these wonderful faces.
Yeah, sorry, I gotta keep the sound on. I won't play.
Are you related to Miss Gio's girlfriend, Melissa? I don't want to butcher the last name. I always say like Quinn, but it's like Nugent.
Yeah, it's Win. Yeah. Yeah, no, we're not related. That name is just like Smith or Johnson when we're Vietnamese. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. I would say, you know, the way.
Hey, I think we lost sound here.
Yeah, I got nothing over here.
Yeah, he's mute. No sound at all.
Are we just gonna? Yeah, we can't hear anything.
You guys can't hear anything. Okay, I'm gonna go fix that for you. 1 second.
I think it might have been because the Vina agency Zoom was muted.
What's up, guys? My name is Reich. Yes.
What's up, Ray?
Right like bike, right?
Yes, sir. But, that's the problem. There you go. I'm the solution.
Not to brag, but I like to think I'm pretty good at rapport by now.
There it
Just
goes.
Because I've been here for a little bit, but that was kind of like the only thing that was like keeping me grounded when I didn't have the skill set, was just the ability to be talkative and relate to people, you know, smile, make them comfortable, make them buy you. So we'll go over some rapport tips and the rapport questions. Maybe if we have time, I can fit in some role playing on how I build rapport with someone who's quiet and trying to be all tough and, doesn't want to talk at all, which is just the worst thing ever. But we can get around that. You gotta be able to crack the toughies. You can crack them. And if you can't crack them at the beginning, you can crack them throughout the whole entire presentation. Then we have, the last thing we'll touch base on is the introduction. Kind of going over the ratings, who we are, and what we're gonna do today. Now, how many of us in here, I know pretty much, how many of us in here are on Gio Bacca's MGA deal, or I know you guys are on my MGA deal in the house here. Talia, you're on mine. What are you guys are on Gio's as well? Okay, you three, all right, great. And then, so Ben and Indy, you guys are not?
Yeah, I'm with Jay
Yeah,
Bond.
Ashley. I'm sorry.
Sorry, one person at a time, what was that?
I'm with Gio and Ashley.
Oh, so you are, all right. And who are you with, Ben?
I'm with Jay Bond.
Oh, let's go. So everyone in here is on Gio's team. Oh boy, I should have made a whole, I should have had a whole teleprompter going. I'm just playing, but that's good because there's a few discrepancies between, Josh's script and our script. Theirs is a little bit more simplified, a little bit less detailed, a little bit less assumptive. Ours is assumptive as all hell, and it just gets, right down into business kind of at the beginning when we tell them what we're going to do today, rather than kind of fluffing it and like keeping it, a little bit hidden, like I'd say some of the other scripts do that kind of beat around the bush. But we also, to flip that, we do a lot of beating around the bush with our ratings, and we do a lot of like fluff with, the discount card and pretty much things that build better character. They sell them more on you, and that's why you'll notice that our team, generally gets bigger deals. We might be in the house longer, but our deals are massive because if someone's going to give you over $200 a month for the rest of your life, they have to buy you first before anything else, or it's just not going to happen. It's not going to stick. They got to have full certainty in you. Then they also, after buying you, they buy the company, and that's why our ratings are a little bit lengthy. And a lot of other teams are like, that's a lot. It's a lot for a trainee to remember. It may be, but I promise you, if you just burn this script into your head, I used to repeat myself going back and forth with Gio till like 1 a.m. and I didn't even get the right script the first day. I got like a whole other one, learned it, then got handed pretty much my ass handed to me on a silver platter because I wasn't saying what he was. And I was like, whoa. I'm like, I'm just saying what I learned. He's like, no, you want to say this, So back in Arius, it was pretty insane when I started. Gio was brand new. He was an essay, and he was just kind of teaching his guys to do exactly what he did. So that's where I came from. I'm pretty sure me and Gio, I think we're the only two guys right now from Arius agencies that stuck together and made it and did very well. So. You guys are going to be looking at a little bit of a doppelganger version of him today. I'm just a little bit more goofy. So Gio's as goofy as I am, but he puts a good professional front on at all times. So that's how we click during training, that's for sure. But more or less, guys, so we'll jump right into everything here. And first thing I want to start with is getting people on Zoom. So what exactly, before I jump into getting people on Zoom, I was going to touch base on a few phone call tips, but what were the topics discussed in the last training class? I know you guys had Tommy on Monday. I can imagine that was just $1 million information being spewed out all over the place, but who was on Tuesday? Who'd you guys have yesterday?
Casey, we had Casey yesterday.
What did Casey go over?
We went down like the daily breakdown. So what kind of our schedule is going to look like. So the huddle, client services, presentations, and things like that. And then we went down to lead packs and how that referrals, it was mostly referrals, I feel like, and a little bit of child safe kit and things like that.
Okay,
yeah, we
great.
finished on the will kit, and that's pretty much where we ended with like KISS and just like the triple R, like referrals, recruiting, retention, just basic tips. That's how we finished the day.
Nice. Glad you guys are good note takers. Note takers.
Note takers are money makers. Jinx.
There we go. See, I knew this room right here. There's a lot of future money in this room right now. I can tell you guys that. This is I've never had a whole training class of ordeals, so that's amazing. No wonder, right? But so guys, so that's good. So we really didn't get much on phones or anything like that. I just let Mason in. Mason, you gotta, if you ain't gonna give me the respect to join me in the class, man, I at least gotta see your little cute face on the camera. Can't pick favorites, bro. I'll boot you out like I do to other people. Hey, good looking. That's good. Is that Thor? Is that Thor? No, just kidding. Just gonna say it to you all week now. But anyway, guys, so getting people on Zoom. So the main thing here with getting people on Zoom is what happens before getting them on Zoom, which is the phone call. Okay. Now the phone calls, I'm sure most of you know, coming from our lineage here, the phone call has to be loud, it has to be proud, it has to be very urgent sounding, just a lot of presence and oomph coming through that phone line. Gio will keep our trainees across the room, and unfortunately, Alex knows, and we'll make them, hey, Vince, no, a little bit louder, I can't hear you, I'm all the way over here, hey, Vince, and it's just like, you'd figure you'd be screaming at the guy, by the time you got on the phone and really did it, but once you start to get that persona down, they don't know you from Adam, so they just assume you're just this swagged out superwoman, superman, here to deliver their benefits, and they like that at the end of the day. They want to buy and they want to trust and they want to be helped by somebody that has confidence and speaks with punctuality, speaks punctually, right? So on the phone, be loud. Of course, these are tips you already know, but over the phone, solidification is probably the most important thing for getting people on Zoom. So I'll just touch base on that real quick. When you get down to the end of this phone call, the show ratio has never been more important than in my entire career than when we went virtual. Back in the day, you set somebody down, as long as you knew how to have a good system of follow-ups, you were seeing that person no matter what. And there was nothing wrong with it. And it made you nervous, it made you feel anxious, you kind of felt like you were just annoying the crap out of people. But there's a letter from the president, there's a letter from them, there's a common agreement on the phone that you would be here at this time. If I miss you and I come back with a smile the next day, and I took time out of my day and I missed you, and I'm driving around spending my money to give you free benefits, you bet your ass I'm coming back with a smile on my face to figure out what happened. Hey, Joe, we must have missed you yesterday, right? So there would never really be a person that I would miss. And they can get as awkward as they want, and they can look down and scratch their head and look to the left, and you start to learn how to read body language, and people are BSing you, and you get your way in that door, you start building rapport, and rapport will fix anything. Rapport will fix any awkward tension on the phone. Rapport will fix any kind of abrasiveness you might have given them on the phone. When you get in that house, I used to just think, please, just let me get down to rapport. You'll have to love me. I will force you to love me. And it's over, right? So those always become the best sales too. The harder they are on the phone, the bigger the sale is going to be. I promise you that. The easier they are on the phone, I'm like ready for a no-show, because it's like they're just yep, right. So on the phone, the solidification, guys, we have a system on our team where we do like 3 of them. My GA Matthew Hunsberger kind of is very good at this because he just doesn't care what the person may think. He's very strategic, he's very systematic. He'll say, all right, Mary, key words I'm going to use, guys, just make sure you listen, because you don't just want to give a half-assed version of this. There's stronger words in here. So Mary, we have you down on the schedule for tomorrow, anytime between 5 and 6. Before I lock you in, do you see any reason why you and your husband, Joe, wouldn't be able to be there tomorrow?
Yeah, video just cut out.
I just texted Ray.
Cool. I think he's still sitting in there eating.
down, so what kind of our schedule is going to look like. So the huddle, client services, presentations, and things like that. And then we went down to lead packs and how that referrals, it was mostly referrals, I feel like, and a little bit of child safe kit and things like that.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
great.
finished on the will kit, and that's pretty much where we ended with like KISS and just like the triple R, like referrals, recruiting, retention, just basic tips. That's how we finished the day.
Nice. Glad you guys are good note takers. Note takers.
No
and money
takers are
makers.
money makers, Jinx.
There we go. See, I knew this room right here. There's a lot of future money in this room right now. I can tell you guys that. This is, I've never had a whole training class of our deals, so that's amazing. No wonder, right? But so guys, so that's good. So we really didn't get much on phones or anything like that. I just let Mason in. Mason, you gotta, if you ain't gonna give me the respect to join me in the class, man, I at least gotta see your little cute face on the camera. Can't pick favorites, bro. I'll boot you out like I do to other people. Hey, good looking. Is that Thor? Is that Thor? No, just kidding. I'm just gonna say it to you all week now. But anyway, guys, so getting people on Zoom. So the main thing here with getting people on Zoom is what happens before getting them on Zoom, which is the phone.
Can we tell them that we already watched all this?
Now, the phone calls, I'm sure most of you know, you know, our lineage here. The phone call has to be loud, it has to be proud, it has to be very.
I actually
sounding.
was in this training class
A lot of
last week, so
presence.
this is like my third time watching this part
You know,
over
Gio,
again.
we'll keep our trainees across.
Yeah, I
the
think it
room.
just picked up where it was
You know,
paused at before,
unfortunately,
so.
Alex knows.
Yeah.
And we'll make them, hey, Vince, no, a little bit louder. I can't hear you. I'm all the way over here. Hey, Vince. And it's just like, you'd figure you'd be screaming at the guy, you know, by the time you got on the phone and really did it. But once you start to get that persona down, they don't know you from Adam. So they just assume you're just this swagged out superwoman, superman, you know, here to deliver their benefits. And they like that at the end of the day. They want to buy and they want to trust and they want to be helped by somebody that has confidence and it speaks with punctuation, speaks punctually, right? So on the phone, be loud. Of course, these are tips you already know, but over the phone, solidification is probably the most important thing for getting people on Zoom. So I'll just touch base on that real quick. When you get down to the end of this phone call, the show ratio has never been more important than in my entire career than when we went virtual. Back in the day, you set somebody down, as long as you knew how to have a good system of follow-ups, you were seeing that person no matter what. And there was nothing wrong with it. And it made you nervous, it made you feel anxious, you kind of felt like you were just annoying the crap out of people. But there's a letter from the president, there's a letter from them, there's a common agreement on the phone that you would be here at this time. If I miss you and I come back with a smile the next day, and I took time out of my day and I missed you, and I'm driving around spending my money to give you free benefits, you bet your ass I'm coming back with a smile on my face to figure out what happened. Hey, Joey, must have missed you yesterday, right? So there would never really be a person that I would miss. And they can get as awkward as they want, and they can look down and scratch their head and look to the left, and you start to learn how to read body language, and you know people are BSing you, and you get your way in that door, you start building rapport, and rapport will fix anything. Rapport will fix any awkward tension on the phone. Rapport will fix any kind of abrasiveness you might have given them on the phone. When you get in that house, I used to just think, please let me get down to rapport. You'll have to love me. I will force you to love me. And it's over, right? So those always become the best sales too. The harder they are on the phone, the bigger the sale is going to be. I promise you that. The easier they are on the phone, I'm ready for a no-show, because it's like they're just yep, right. So on the phone, the solidification guys, we have a system on our team where we do like 3 of them. My GA Matthew Hunsberger kind of is very good at this because he just doesn't care what the person may think. He's very strategic, he's very systematic. He'll say, all right, Mary, key words I'm going to use, guys. Just make sure you listen, because you don't just want to give a half-assed version of this. There's stronger words in here. So Mary, we have you down on the schedule for tomorrow, anytime between 5 and 6. Before I lock you in, do you see any reason why you and your husband Joe wouldn't be able to be there tomorrow, anytime between 5 and 6. So keywords were wouldn't be able to be there tomorrow. I'm naming the place again. I'm naming the husband again. I'm naming the appointment time again. And I say any reason, and I talk with that slower, like it's like exaggerated. You would think when I used to watch Gio do these things, I'd be like, this is a joke. Like this can't work. These are tough blue collar guys, and he's going all, all. I don't want to say gay, but like kind of like very, very happy, very, very like everything is great, right? I thought me coming from the carpenters union, I'm like, they're gonna eat this. They're just gonna destroy this dude. He's too nice, But he's stern, and then he's nice, and then he's stern, and then he's nice, and you can't hate that. So do you now, on the phone the whole time, but when it comes down to business, do you see any reason why you and your husband Joe wouldn't be there tomorrow, anytime between 5 and 6? And as much as I didn't have that kind of facial muscle movement down, I wasn't a salesman before this. I didn't talk like that. It took me a while. I was pretty hesitant. I wanted to be myself, right? So I'd be like, do you see any reason why that time frame wouldn't work for you? And it just wasn't happening. I was getting no shown. I was getting not taken seriously. I was getting a lot of questions I shouldn't have had. So trust me, it does a lot more than you realize psychologically, to do that with your voice. But anyway, they say, no, we should be there. And you'll say, all right, I just want to make sure, because we do sit down with 8 to 11 members a day. And if I put you down on the schedule and we miss you, that does mean another union member who's been waiting on their benefits wouldn't be able to be seen during that time. So that time frame does work for you? And they'll be like, yeah. No, that would work for us, right? And trust me, the movements, the hands, I used to have to walk around in area agencies. It was a very big building, just like ours. I used to be like almost like some like rapper, like Eminem or something, just over there. Like, do you see any reason why you would, just to get the words out the right way? And when I went home, my mouth kind of hurt. And that was, now it's just natural. Now I go into a training class, I know how to talk to you guys, right? But anyway, guys, so that's the second solidification. And now if you're a little bit of a veteran and you're starting to get a lot of shows, you don't have to push everyone to this third one, especially if they're like driving on the road and they're about to hang up or something. But like, I would always try to push a third one when you're brand new. Why chance your success when you can guarantee it and stack the odds by doing a third one? So they say yes to the second one, they'll be there. The third one is, all right, great. The only reason why I asked, oh wait, now I forgot the third one because I'm talking so much about the second one. Second one, you see any reason because if we do put you down, doesn't mean that I remember couldn't be seen during that time. Oh, third one is like, okay, great. Now, glad to hear that you'll be able to be there. I know I'm a man of my word. I'm a woman of my word, whatever. And when I tell you I'm going to be there for you, you can start to smile. Let them hear your smile through the phone. When I tell you I'm going to be there for you, Mary, I promise I wouldn't miss you for the world. So I just want to have your word that you'll be there as well. And they're like, yes. They're going to be like, holy crap. Like, what? Why is he doing this? You know what I mean? They're like, this dude's serious, right? And that's what you want them to think. If you read Grant Cardone's book, Sell or Be Sold, side note, biggest thing I can attest to my success as a brand new anxious agent is sell or be sold. But more or less though, he talks about being almost like uncontrollable, like a little bit crazy. Like, Grant, you got to slow down. Vince, chill out, man, chill. No, I want them to think I'm crazy. I want them to wonder and think that I'm about to bring them the golden chocolate bar to the Willy Wonka factory. They're going to be waiting around chomping at the bit, thinking that this is the most important thing they've seen since sliced bread. And if you truly believe that it is, and you can sell the discount card and the no cost benefits the right way, I really do believe it's very important. I don't think there's another insurance company out there giving thousands of dollars worth of free no cost benefits, including a $3,500, $4,000 insurance policy on top of that. I got over 5 G's in a free benefits package and 2 hours of education in my time. Who else is doing that? Who else is doing that? So I am very sold on that. And that's part of the thing. That's part of the problem we have as new trainees. If you're not sold on it yourself, if you don't know the why behind what you're saying yourself, you won't get that passion and that punctuation in your voice. So ask questions. Don't be a trainee that sits there and just wonders why things are happening the wrong way and why we're saying these things. And if you don't silence those worries in your head, you're not going to be able to move forward 100%. So you got to get those questions answered. we're here to do that for you. You only have so much time in training with these managers. They're like your kid or like your mom. Like they're going to be with you for 12 hours a day. Soak it up. Take advantage of that. Gio probably hated me. I was just mile a minute, question, but why? And he'd be like, man, you ever heard of something called coachability? And I'm like, oh my goodness. I promise I'm not trying to be not coachable. I just like to know, you know what I mean? Like, I'll do it. Whatever you say, I will do it. But like, I just want to know why, so I can get behind it like you do, you know? And he would always be able to give me a great answer, you know? That would be something that can give me that push that I need for these clients, because we all have big hearts here and we all feel kind of bad when we start to push these people like we're a burden to them of some sort. But when you start seeing sales that you missed, presentations that you missed because you weren't maybe a little bit more urgent, and then the next person gets them in their lead pack and they're half as good as you and they sold them some bogus stuff, or Jake from State Farm somehow finds them and Jake from State Farm sold him some bogus stuff, then you're going to be pretty upset. Or you can have it happen and learn your lesson the hard way like I did, where the dude that you were supposed to sit with frickin' died a week later and his wife called you crying, asking why you didn't push him harder to get the appointment. It's up to you. Real shit. Now, that's the third solidification. Is there any questions on those 3 solidifications? No?
Actually, hang on.
Yep.
So sorry, will you just, I heard everything, wrote notes, but so like specifically, what's the 3? So like 1 is.
No problem. I know I talk fast. 1 is the standard one on the script. Do you see any reason why you and Mary wouldn't be able to be there tomorrow on Zoom anytime between 6 and 7?
Okay.
Second one is, great. Just wanted to make sure, because once we do put you down on the schedule, that does mean another union family who's been waiting on their benefits couldn't be seen during that time. And then they say, no, I get that. I understand that, right? You're tying them down. And here's where the BS starts to come out. Here's where what's this about again? Why do we have to meet again? All these questions start to come out that should have been earlier, but people are not really that, like, you're from their union. You got mad control already. They don't want to sound dumb and start asking you questions like, wait, what is it again? But when you start solidifying, that's the point of it. It gets these people to start to envision this appointment happening. Now the objections that they had internally will come out. You don't answer those on the phone because you have a poor solidification. That's why you're going to get no-showed. They're going to keep those objections to themselves. And that's going to be an hour with their daughter playing on the playground, or an hour with Vince, who they don't even really understand fully why you're coming there. So that's what these, you know, solidifications are designed to do. For the in-home sales, we used to make them give us 2 things about their house. I'm pretty GPS dependent in the area, as you can imagine. Is there anything about your place that sticks out so don't pass up a bunch of times? Color of the home, is the car on the, is the numbers on the mailbox? Yeah, car. There's a green Chevy Ford outside and a big F-150. My name's Mula Mace. I'm from the Berg. But more or less though, with that being said, you know, then those questions would come out, and the guys and girls that would solidify real cool with you, real hard with you, and they would be like welcoming you like family, tell you that they'll have a drink waiting for you, coffee. Those good ones. They ain't gonna go talk to no friend at work. They ain't gonna go talk to nobody else. That's why next days are so crucial. They have no time to go ask questions to anybody who may have been seen by a poor agent who just made it all look like a sales pitch. Joe, I got some guy, they're on the job site. I got some guy coming on Friday. He's gonna take some of my bureau clock time up. And have you ever sat with them before from American Income? Oh yeah, Joe, you know, I wouldn't even worry about it. This guy named Mason, he was just flirting with my wife for 4 hours straight and just tried to sell us more insurance. I'm just kidding.
Why do you keep using me as an example, bro?
Because I love you, Mace. Just let it happen. That was a lot of fun.
Pick on Steven down here being all quiet.
I don't know who Steven is, man. I can't do that.
Oh, come on now. Don't just focus on me here.
I mean, I know you from being in here the past week, but you know, I know Mace, like me and Mace. Mace, you just go with it, please. All right. Anyway, guys. now you effed me up. No, just kidding. But now the guy's telling him, don't, it's just a sales pitch. They forget all about the discount card. They'll forget all about their no cost insurance. They'll forget all about how great the company was and their ratings and what they stand for, because another agent who has a poor intro, has a poor no cost pitch, just went right in there. Bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. They could have loved what they had in the no cost benefits. But when you spend all that time on the sale and you go through all those objections on the sale, that tends to be the only thing that they remember. So next days are great. Saturday morning call sessions to Sunday presentations. That's how you have a 7K week. Like my man, Stephen Shealy, just had his second week out. 7K in a day, Stephen Shealy wrote. And all he did was just memorize our nice lengthy script that you guys all have, word for word. He's like, when I tell you I didn't do anything else in my life the week before I came here but study that script, he's like, I promise you that's all it was. I'm like, great. That whole week was just sacrificed for the rest of your life. But anyway, guys, so that's the solidifications. Third one, just to finish off, Tal. So the second one was the whole, another family couldn't be seen during that time. The third one is, all right, great. Now, see, I'm like forgetting it again. The third one was about, what was the third one about? Who was paying attention here?
Woman of your word. Your woman of your word.
Yeah, I always forget it. Yes, because it's a brand new Zoom one, so I never used it before. But that's the one that you can add in as well. So, okay, great. I just wanted to make sure, because Mary, you can start to smile because this is starting to get a little bit too much. Mary, I just wanted to make sure, because once I do tell you I'm going to do something, I'm a man of my word. I will be there for you and the family. I just want to have your word one more time that you and Joe will definitely be there for us. All right? Great. Hans, you want to just watch the training class too, or what you doing back there, buddy?
He said, "Don't worry about him, Vincent.
Yeah, go do GA.
Keep getting, bro. Keep getting, bro. You're doing awesome, guys."
Tal, you had a question? No? Okay. Any questions left about getting them on Zoom, control over Zoom? I'll talk about getting them on. I'll talk. Obviously, we didn't go over that. We went over the phone solidification. Any questions on solidification on the phones? All right. Getting them on Zoom, guys. So when the appointment time comes, you should have an overbooked schedule. You should have somebody every hour. You should be so overbooked that when somebody doesn't show or someone has to reschedule, you're actually relieved. Instead of the other way around, where they no show and you have nothing else but one more. You should have so many on, it's not even funny, especially right now. When Stephen Shealy did 7K in a day, he hit me up the Friday before Sunday, and he said, hey man, I'm just pretty stressed and I feel pretty tired working all week like this. He's like, do you think I can take Sunday off and kind of recharge the battery? And I said, yeah, man, of course you can, of course, but I'd rather you probably call in the morning, because that's such a important time that you can't really get back, where everyone in America is statistically home more. Book up for a Sunday and then peace out at 12 and take off Saturday, 12 to 9. He said, okay, boss. And I said, all right. So Saturday morning comes along. He goes, all right, man, I got 6 on. I'm going to go ahead and head out. I said, I said, you're on a roll. You were just there for 4 hours. You might as well just call for like another hour and I'm sure you're going to get 3 in no time. You're on a roll. Like, there's no reason to stop it. And he's like, all right, sounds good. He ended up with like 8 on. And yeah, by the end of the night, after he made the 7,000 ALP in sales, his 9 o'clock was still waiting for him in the waiting room. And he missed his 8 o'clock, gave him a call, rescheduled him, got himself a nice preset for tomorrow. And then the 9 o'clock was actually so tired, her husband fell asleep, and it was a sigh of relief for everybody. So overbook. But anyway, getting them on Zoom, guys, when it comes time for the appointment, you want to call them right away. You never want to call somebody like out of that hour time gap you gave them. That's the ultimate way to piss somebody off. We have a 3-strike rule here in the union, where if you no call somebody 3 times, the PR team is going to hear about it, and you might have your union leads revoked. Because you can mess around with one person and affect a group of 20,000 union members. Now you're messing with the PR rep's salary. You're taking food out of the PR rep's family's mouth. You're taking food out of all of our family's mouths as agents. And the entire company as a whole's reputation just got shot too. These PR team people work very hard to get these contracts booked, very hard. Yes,
Sorry to
ma'am.
interrupt. When you said when it's time for the Zoom call, we call them, what, 10 to 15 minutes before, did you say?
I was saying never call them outside of the hour gap, but yes, when it does come time for the Zoom call, you guys are going to want to start using Calendly. Calendly is a paid program. I think there's a free trial as well you guys can use during training, but it gives them reminders and you can customize it. Ashley will tell you exactly what she does. Morning, day before, hour before, it gives them all kind of reminders. So if you're using Calendly, don't worry about it. Just give them a call right during the time frame. Give them a call. If it's a 5 to 6, give them a call at 5:10 so they know you're running behind, so they know you're busy. And I would say something like this. I would say, hey, Talia, this is Vince Messeri with American Income. We handle some of your benefits to the Carpenters, Local 250. How you doing today? Great. Only reason why I was touching base is because we had that appointment for today, anytime between 5 and 6. And here's the important part. I was just giving you a call to let you know that we just wrapped up with our last member and we're on your Zoom call waiting for you. So we're ready when you are. Go ahead. The wife's home, right? Yeah, wife's home, right? Great. Go ahead and grab a pen and a piece of paper, a notebook, go somewhere like the kitchen table where you can get your phone propped up, and I'll stay on the phone with you to make sure you have no trouble.
Okay.
And that dude ain't going nowhere. Yeah. Or that girl, that woman, Talia, that woman carpenter. They used to call woman carpenters sisters in the brotherhood. That's what they used to call them. Sisters in the brotherhood. Always stuck with me. Those are some badass chicks. But so that's how you get someone on Zoom. Any questions on that? No? Couple sighs? All right. Control on Zoom. Control on Zoom is very, 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 very important. Just to give you guys an idea, back in the day in the field, there was a lot of things we did for control. We would pull up to their house. We would get out immediately. We would have all of our folders, our orals packed up. Everything was made in a nice, easy to go bag, schedule in the hand. By the time I've opened my door on like my 100th presentation, I swear I've done it so many times. I was like a cop. I kicked it open. It retracted back. I moved out of the way and it closed itself. I'm like, yeah, back door, grab my bag. You're showing confidence, professionalism. You're showing urgency, importance, busyness, right? They're watching you right away. So we would have a nice posture going. We'd walk right up to the house. And before I even knew it, this is other stuff Gio did that would just kill me. He would just start waving at fake people in the windows. You can imagine Gio right now, just giving a few waves. You know why? Can anyone guess why he would do that?
Want to show that he's present? Want to show he's present?
So exactly, spot on. So how many of y'all remember being kids or even now as adults, when someone's coming up to the door, you're like, oh, shit. Going through the little peephole in the blind, you're like, what is this? Car just flew up into the driveway. You felt the shake in your house. You're like, who's here? And then you're like, oh, it's that American Income. Dang, I forgot to tell him that we weren't ready for him today. Go, hi. But now instead he goes, oh, it's the American Income guy. And there's us. So they're like, oh, shoot. You saw us already. Oh, Barry, go get the table cleared. Here we go again. No, I'm just joking. That's why you bring the most unique values of you and yourself and your life and your personality, and you combine them in that script, and they can never say, here we go again, because you're going to bring them a person they've never seen before. And with our script, you're going to bring them a script they've never seen before either. Promise you. The Geo script. But and that's been taken from plenty of people in various agencies that are highly revered as well. So it's not just like it was one person, one. Guys, make sure you have your videos on and your notes out, please.
But I'm a sales guy.
And that thing has been like, that's like a top producer script.
Can you guys still hear this okay as well? Can you hear it?
Yeah, you can still hear it.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Elaborated on.
Yeah, we can still
But
hear.
So now over Zoom, we can't do that anymore, right? So back in the day though, we wave at them, we knock, we're always smiling. We have this whole posture going the whole time. They open the door, we say, hey, is this 123 Locust Avenue? Great, I'm Vince, here to handle your benefits today. Wife's home, right? It's the first thing out of my mouth. Wife's home, right? If she's not, reschedule immediately. Please don't even try to test that. You're just gonna lose. Reschedule them. Unless they're like MFing their husband and they're like, that guy has nothing to do with me. He is the biggest POS. I have all my bank accounts in my name and absolutely nothing in his name. And we have a divorce set for a month from now. It's like, maybe I'll make an exception because it's win week and I can win you over and we'll be all right. I'll get you single mom protection over here. But never do one legs. Promise you. Never do it. Reschedule, right? Anyway, after that, we say wife's home. Great. Awesome. If we could just use your table, it would make things a whole lot quicker and easier. And Gio and I would just start walking right in. Just like before the dude even lets us in, he would just start urging towards him and he would just, yep, this dude's busy, important, and in control. You come in, you take your shoes off. Guess what they would say when you take your shoes off? No, you don't got to take your shoes off. Don't worry about that. And Gio would be like, no, my mom would beat my butt if I didn't. And he'd take them off anyway. Damn, I'm telling the dude to take his shoes off. He's not taking his shoes off. I can't control him. Next thing out of Gio's mouth, yeah, the table over here. Okay, great, yeah. Hey, Mary, anyone in the room? Hey, Grandpa Jim, how you doing? Vince Passeri with American Income, quality man. How you doing? Vince Passeri with American. Whole room. You're the star of the show. It's your show now. You guys ever seen that movie with Tom Hanks? You know, with the pirates on the boat. I'm the captain now, right? That's what's going on in there. You come in and that's what's going on in there. So that's how we had control in the house. We get to the table, and if Joe has a little fancy schmancy padded chair that he sits in every day of his life, that's got all kind of sawdust all over it, we would make him, if that was to the right of us, we would make him move. Because we're right-handed, and there's no way anyone brand new is drawn upside down over here. So, hey, I'm right-handed, Joe. If you guys could just sit to the right of me, that'd make things a whole lot quicker and easier. Everybody wants something to be quicker and easier. That's all we're about here in America. So get him to move. That's more control. You hesitate, you give it a little bit of less oomph than you need, and the whole thing can go a completely different direction. They won't move. They'll make a weird face at you. You'll get nervous. He'll get nervous. You'll both awkward ass, sit down, kind of, yeah, it's all right. How you guys doing today? Yeah, no, like you gotta just be on like a high. Literally, like I would jam to music, things that I knew every word of the song. Rest in peace, DMX. You can put What's My Name on real quick, Where the Hood At, whatever you gotta do, and just be up in your car, or you can listen to any other rock music, whatever. Get your mouth moving, get your confidence going, get your words and the pronunciations warmed up. You guys ever see a choir before they sing? You know what they're all doing over there? Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. You guys all remember that from grade school, I'm sure. Same stuff. Mace is dying. Mace, I can see you doing this, man. Start rapping some of your songs over there. That's all I'd be doing. You got tracks all over YouTube. I'd be watching myself on YouTube. Like, that's me right there. Let's go. We're going to get it. We're going to protect Joe and Mary. But you got to come with a level of care. It ain't all about the money. You get in this kind of mode, it kind of gets you into a routine to kind of like force yourself to like these people. No matter what's going on. You're forcing these questions that it's like you're interviewing them in rapport, trying to pry and find things that are going to make you be more interested in them so you can keep that natural ebb and flow going. And that's going to reciprocate from them to you. And that's when you know the rapport has been successful. So now to get him on Zoom and getting the control over Zoom, we don't got the house, we don't got the table, we don't got all that, right? We don't got the shoes. So on Zoom, first things first, they hop on. Hey guys. Nice to see. Hey, you did it. Awesome. You're on. Hey, real quick, guys, before we go ahead and continue, can you see me? Can you hear me? Okay, great. Go grab that quality control confirmation number that I had you write down on the phone before we begin. And the reason that we do this, the psychology behind this is obviously they're a little bit older. They're probably older than all of us in this room. They're blue collar. Technology and seeing people on a video is the last thing they thought they would see in their life. From what they saw in their parents' life, it is the last thing that they thought they would see. So best believe they are not liking it. Unless you're their family, they're still probably not liking it. So you're gonna go ahead and reciprocate. You're gonna be like showing him that you the same way. Right? That's what this whole little disclaimer is about, right? So they get on Zoom. Instead of them wondering who you are and why the hell you're on their screen and what's going on here, you're gonna flip it. No. I don't. Before I even say a word, Joe, who the hell are you? Go grab that number, bro. I don't even know who you are. These are benefits. I don't know. This is exclusive stuff over here. So trust and believe. Every time you do that, whether they're starting the Zoom meeting from their couch like some of these goofballs do, they're gonna get right up and they're gonna go upstairs and they're gonna come. Oh, hold on 1 second. I got it right here. And they're gonna, yep, take your time. And you're just sitting there like heart beating. You're brand new. You're like, okay, what's next? All right, that went good. All right, what's next? What's next? All right, good. Just gotta keep that going, right? They come back. They give you the number. Perfect. That's the right number. So you must be Joe. You must be Talia. Awesome, Talia. Joe. I'm Vince with American Income. Obviously, we handle some of your, benefits to the Carpenters Union, Local 250. How you guys doing today? Good? Great. Hey, I just want to let you guys know, ever since about 70 years ago, we were doing these types of meetings in person. So here I am relating to him not liking this or her. Just about 70 years ago, we were doing these types of sits in person. We were actually always coming out to the house, explaining these, delivering these, very old school. Now, due to the pandemic and the current situation, in order to protect both you and me, they have us delivering these over Zoom. We've been deemed an essential business. So now we're taking care of you guys over Zoom. So trust me, I understand. I don't like Zoom too much either, Joe. I don't know how many times you guys have been on here, but the only time I'm really on here is with my family. And I promise you, Joe, if I love my family a lot, and now you're showing them your personality too. They're like, this is a guy I can trust. This is a relatable person. I like him, right? I'm willing to listen to him. He's making me smile. He's making me laugh. He's showing transparency. I promise you, Joe, I love my family, but please don't get your family on Zoom, because what I've learned so far during the pandemic is you'll never be able to get them off. Right? And they'll start laughing because I guarantee Joe's ass was just on Zoom with his family and probably couldn't get him off either. Dad, look at this cool filter I have. Dad, don't leave. So that's a little disclaimer. That's on my script. I'm sure Gio has put it somewhere for you guys as well. Now you've got the control going. Now you've got the relatability, the comfortability. They like you. And now you start rapport. Who can tell me in this room the 5 rapport building? Who can tell me one rapport building question? Let's get one from each person. Who wants to go first? Steven.
How long you guys lived there?
Is that the full question?
Well, how long have you guys lived in the area, or how long have you been in that home?
Nice home. How long have you been there? There you go. Yep. Good job. Who's next? Alex.
Do you guys have any family that lives around you?
Yeah, there you go. Brothers or sisters in the area? Any family around you? Yep. That's 2. Who's got the 3rd one? Top. There's too many people. All right. Vivian. Is it Vivian or Vivian?
Oh, Vivian is fine. Thank you.
Vivian? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, how long you been in the area? How many children do you have? Do you have any children?
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's I think that goes along with Alex's. That's like combined into Alex. Any family in the area, brothers or sisters, children. That's a good one to ask too, because when people have children, a lot of us are young in here. I used to be with someone that had a kid, so I would always be able to use that like a little card in my pocket. Like, oh, you have a kid? Yeah, I got a kid. Oh, she's so cute. Yep, she's cute and she knows she's cute, right? And then they're like, oh, she knows how to be a parent. We're parents. That's another bonding thing right there. So that's not totally scripted, but that is definitely a good question to ask, 100%. I don't know names off the top of my head. Gina, I saw you raise your hand.
Oh yeah. So what do you guys like to do for fun in the area, or what do you like to do in the area?
Perfect, perfect. Last one. Who's got the last one? Down.
Just how long have you worked at your company, Mary? What about you? What exactly do you guys do there?
Perfect, perfect. So we got the 5 questions, right? Now there's a meaning behind these 5 questions, okay? There's a psychological meaning behind each of these questions. The first one is nice home. How long have you guys lived there, right? So I'm not just gonna really go ahead and jump into this all awkward as hell. That's the last thing you want to do. You talk about how busy you are. You solidified 3 times on the phone like a madman or a madwoman, and then you're like, all right, well, how you guys doing today? That's a nice home. How long have you lived there? And you're like, what, this dude just come to talk to us today? What is going on here? So you got to act like you're doing something. Promise you. If you guys get everything I'm saying down, I promise you, you will have no objection sales. The intro is probably the most important part to a flawless presentation and close, besides obviously the needs analysis, really, you know, the tie downs and the whole emotional urgency. But anyway, guys, so the first question, before you're asking it, you want to just kind of start type in their information on the laptop and let them know. Don't think I'm being rude on my phone or computer. I'm just punching in all your information. Everything's digital these days, right? But I wanted to ask you guys, that looks like a wonderful home. Did you guys just remodel the kitchen? Oh yeah. Mary, the wives, they'll always love it. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's our new subway tile. Yeah, Bill did that himself. Oh man, Bill, that looks great. I can never do anything like that, right? Talking Bill up. Now Bill's whole demeanors go into like all right, this guy's not bad. All right, you know, he's complimenting my subway tiles, right? It's the kind of stuff you want to do in rapport. Like then can you maybe move the camera close? I gotta see the full kitchen now. Can you maybe go like that with the laptop? And I promise you, they'll be, yeah, so that's that, and this is that, right? And they'll be all over the place. Is that your grandkids on the wall behind you? He is so cute. Oh yeah, that's little James. Some little chubby little kid in football pads, whatever's going on the wall. That stuff sells. I promise you that stuff sells. Promise you. But anyway, nice home. Have you been there in a form like that? That's going to tell you that this is a family-oriented household, right? This guy has core values that are, of course, for his family. He's worked his ass off his entire life. He's come up with $20,000, probably more in this crazy state of Illinois, to buy that mortgage, to get that mortgage loan. So he can save money, he can make money, and he can do that over a long enough period of time to have a house. So that's really what the whole nice home, how long have you been there thing is about. Right, now you got the kids, now you got the relation. If you got kids, it's game over, right? If you just bought a house, I just bought a house when I started, when I was 21, and I would talk to Carpenter Joe about all the wrong things with my house, get him thinking that he's got the juice, and then flip it and I'd give him the juice. And that's how you bond with other alpha ego type guys that you'll see in construction or in labor industries, or really anyone sometimes, who's thinking that they're going to sniff you out, you know, who's wondering what this is all about, wasting their valuable, precious time. So second question, guys, is family in the area. Family in the area is going to give you referrals. The biggest thing about collecting referrals that's going to get you the actual referral is assuming the referral. When you assume the referral, there's no hesitations about giving numbers. There's no hesitations about anything. You got them. They don't got the cojones to start questioning you at that point. Now, who do you want to sponsor into the program? I know you said your brother lived right down the street, so we're going to start with him. Guessing he's 817 over here. They're going to be like, Joe, yeah, he's 817 over here. Yep. 459 3245. That's how you collect referrals. Side note. Third question talks about your parents. I used to think this was really weird when I was brand new. I looked at my girlfriend. I'm like, what in the hell? I'm like, we're talking about like dad's health, like third question in the house. Like, what is going on here? Right? But there's a way to ask it, right? Family in the area. Yeah, my sister's right down the road. My brother's over here. Oh, great. So you guys grew up here, right? Elaborate. Like I said, lead the rapport, lead the conversation. You guys grew up here? I'm from Pennsylvania. This place is nuts. I can see like a mile, 2 miles ahead of me because it's all flat. In Pennsylvania, it's all mountains. You know, get him laughing about Pennsylvania, Steel City, wherever you're from. If you're from here, get them laughing about something in the area that they live in. Oh, you're down there in Kankakee? Oh man. Oh man, how is it down there in Kankakee? I heard it's pretty wild down there. Have you been down to the city recently? Yeah, you see them riots over the summer? Oh man, wasn't that something else? Try to stay away from politics though. If that dude brings up Trump or that dude brings up Biden, yeah, absolutely, I agree. Now anyway, we don't need to talk about all that. That's especially these blue. It's probably not going to be Biden. It's probably going to be Trump. Oh man. Anyway, though, guys, so that's how you can you guys understanding the idea behind elaborating on these questions. You guys live in the area. Your brother's down. Oh, your brother lives down there too. So you guys get to see each other a lot. And it's not all going to come natural. You're going to have to keep trying. This is repetition, 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 repetition. First time presentations. It's not all going to be natural. You're going to be a little scared little duckling your first time in there. Walking, asking the 5 questions, real awkward, like, just let yourself go. Just let yourself go. One of the 5 keys to success I'm going to touch base on later. Let yourself go is one of them. Act like you're at a bar meeting someone new. If you can get Mary or Joe swindled at the bar, you can swindle Mary and Joe in the house too. Not swindle in a bad way, but like, you know, get them to like you. You like them, build a relationship. So pride. You live down there, your brother lives down there, you're down in the city, we were over there. And now you can add in the busyness again. We were all the way up in Skokie. Then they had us come all the way down to Joliet. And then later tomorrow, they're going to have us traveling all the way over to Elgin. And they're going to be like, this is insane. This poor man runs around all day with union families. And he's the coolest guy I've ever seen so far. And I'm loving it. Right? I'm telling you, that's the secret behind sales. People come up, they think it's like a close, they think it's like an art. It's really not. It's just rocking this part. I promise you. But not doing it too much. Don't get friend zone. Get all yeah on the family in the area question and then be like, okay, now, now sometimes I was so new, I'd be like, the next thing I wanted to ask you, that's literally what I used to say, just to have like a transition because I was like running out. I'm like, forgetting my script. I'm like, oh, I also wanted to ask you as well. You mentioned your brother being down the street. Is mom and dad still around? Oh, that's awesome. So you still get to see mom and dad? Oh, how's their health during these crazy times? Are they doing okay? Yeah, I know my dad's 72 now. I'm worried about him. Oh yeah, my dad's 72. He's 69. He had a heart attack a few years ago. Oh man, Joe. And now you can not only kind of force yourself to like him, but now you have something really to get to relate on, because my dad had a heart attack as well. And I knew people that had heart attacks, and that stuff's no jokes. Wow, Joe, man, I'll be praying for him. What happened? And now there's this whole even more side conversation to build up me and him and our relationship. And then I care. And now when it comes time to close, and I'm recommending things to him, he's going to know that it's coming from care and not from a salesman. Third question is the parents, the health. That's going to tell you about their health, their family's health. If their dad had a heart attack at 69 and this dude's sitting here at 5'5", 300, probably coming soon, if not already happened already, right? So that's going to tell you about their health. Fourth thing is the whole, how long you've been down with the Carpenters Union. What's a day look like down there? That's not only good for the client to start talking about what they do, that gets them talking. Everyone likes to talk about themselves. Remember that. If you ever run out of report questions and it's over and it's going awkward, find other things to get them to talk about themselves. That never fails. It's going to show you how committed they are to the union. It's going to show you how many times probably someone from American Income's seen them. And it's also going to get you knowledgeable on what each trade does and what each day in the life would look like. You ask that question enough times, by the time you get to your 50th guy, you're going to be like, oh, you're a carpenter. Do you do commercial or woodworking? Oh, you deal with the steel commercial? Oh, he's going to be like, oh, this guy knows, right? Last question is, what do you like to do for fun in the area? What do you like to do for fun in the area is going to tell you where they're spending their money. I gotta pull out a nice emotional close like I was just about to get into, and if I gotta pull out the bar Louie down the street and his smoking habit as compared to $30 a month, I will. Second option B is $120 a month. That's just 2 casino trips a month. If you're anything like me, that's probably just about 1. Whatever, right? And I don't even go to the casino, but I'll say that stuff. Mace goes to the casino. Mace be like, why are you picking on me? All right, but guys, that's all the rapport building questions and what they mean. Don't want to keep us falling asleep here. We can continue into the intro, or we can take a 5-minute break. What do you guys want to do? We got about probably 35 minutes left.
Let's continue. I'm okay with that if everyone is.
I'm gonna run real quick and take like a 2-minute break, and I'll be back.
All right, that's it. 2-minute breaks for everybody. Tal did it. I'm just messing with you.
So real quick on number 4 rapport, how long they've been at the union. I know that that shows like their commitment to the union and whatnot. I'm just, what else is that showing aside from, if they're happy at work and things like that nature?
From my standpoint, being in the union before, I feel like, to ask them what they do down there is really just to get them to talk and open up. That's something that's pretty universal. Even if you suck at building rapport, they're going to tell you what they do down there. They usually take pride in it. How long they've been working there, I feel like on top of their commitment, it just shows stability. It shows, stability, income, and, I guess that would be about it. When you start to get to 100 presentations and above, you'll understand that if someone's been there for over 10 years, they've seen a few American income agents before you, and you can start to strategically change your pitch up a little bit. You can start to bring out things that probably weren't brought out before and kind of use that as why you're different, right? Did the last gentleman go over that? How many times has anyone ever come out here before? Yada, yada, yada. But all too often, when they've been in the union the longest, that's when they're the most guarded. They're like, what is this? They're ready for like, I just feel like that's when I know I got to put on the juice. It's pretty much what I've gotten from that.
Yeah, much appreciated. Thank you.
Welcome.
Does that mean when they met with someone, like an agent before, does that mean they went over that same presentation that we're going over?
Not our team, no. They probably saw 12 laptop videos.
Okay.
But the AIL Plus card is brand new as of last April. The wheel kit, fairly new. And even if you know on the phone that they've been there for a while, or they tell you that on the sit that they've been there for a while, I'll bring out the free living and final wheel kit that we're supposed to give to the wheel kit leads. I'll keep one of those on deck just to pull it out and impress them with. But wouldn't recommend anybody brand new to do that, because you guys might stay there for a whole hour trying to go through that wheel kit. Waste time and not even really build any value. Probably put them to sleep, unless you know how to present it quickly. But yeah, they've seen the presentation. They see the idea. They know that there's additional benefits and that there's no cost benefits as well. But a lot of times before we came out here, the only other agency that was out here, they had a completely different set of no cost benefits. They had a completely different pitch. And even though it's the same concept, most of these people, myself included, don't even remember what I ate for breakfast a week ago. So if it was a year or two ago, it ain't gonna matter.
And then if they're seeing you now, does that mean that they said no before?
Not necessarily. If they've been seen before, their card gets reset for a year until they fill it out again. So they're initially filling it out again, knowing that they could be contacted by us. So it doesn't necessarily mean they've not been seen before. And I always ask them sometimes, has anyone of my guys or girls ever been out here to deliver your benefits? And if they're brand new in the union, oh, that's the best. That dude's gonna just listen to everything you say.
Hey Vince, you good, bro? You need me to bring you a water or anything, bro, before we start? You all right?
Water would be great, Mace.
Hey, I
I'm
got
dying.
you, brother. I got you. You don't move. I got you.
Aw.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Oh God, here he comes. It's gonna come busting in here. Is it hot in here?
It's kind of cool. I wonder if the air's on. You're sitting right by the fan, maybe.
No, that's for the winter. That wouldn't be on.
It's April, but over here where I am in Illinois, it's like 40 something degree. I hope you guys are where it's like nice and toasty, and but it's like 40 degree right now.
It was 70 last week and now it's like 50.
Yeah, I was hoping it'd be like 60s, 70s, you know, but no. Yeah.
It's springtime. Where's my son?
Right. Yeah.
An energy drink?
Coffee again.
Yeah. You guys want to go stretch your legs? That'll wake you up. A Coca-Cola, damn.
You didn't have no
That's the
water.
opposite of water.
Gonna make me sweat even more.
Yeah, you got two people in your room. Pick on someone else. Quit coming to me every freaking meeting. I'm not even supposed to be in here.
He's picking on you because you're not.
Yeah, I wanted you to be in here. You hurt my feelings. I just, what did I pick on you for? Whatever it was.
Oh, casino. Oh, Thor. Oh, Mason this, Mason that. Hey, Mason. Go, Mason. Hey.
Flirting with what? With wives.
Yeah, like what?
I mean, Thor isn't necessarily picking on you. You can take that as a compliment.
No, he's a bully. Look at him.
Yeah. 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 I'm the last person that I hope you don't mean that, man.
I still like you.
It's all about perspective. He's making you the star of the show.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Want people to remember your name. That winter smile you got.
Hey, Vince, guess what?
See, he likes it. He likes it. All right, we all back? Woo!
Woo!
Second half, let's go. All right. Get out of this chair. Okay. My 1990 Mafia pants. All right. So now we move into the intro. I'll wait till Mace finds his seat again, since he must have got lost in the 2-foot hallway walk to his
It's like
office.
20 seconds. Yeah. It's very hustle and bustle out there. Too much going on.
I'm about to scream, Mace. Hey, Mace. Mace. Probably just distracting someone on my team like usual. That's probably what's going on right now. All right, guys, we're gonna start down. So, the intro, right? The intro. So this is where it really, like on top of the rapport, like these go hand in hand. The rapport and the intro, they go hand in hand. So, you know, with our intro, after the rapport is over, does anyone have questions on the rapport before I move on? Like what to do if they're being, like, do you guys want me to role play like someone that just is dead and not giving you any, like, you know, feedback? Or is there anything that you guys have seen in your couple sits and have any questions on while I'm here?
I mean, I'm assuming that you are going to run into people who just simply don't want to give anything, real short answers and whatnot. So how do you go about trying to develop that when you haven't really gotten anything to build on off of yet from them?
Great question. Great question. You want to role play? You want to be the guy that does that? Okay. All right. So, Steven, nice to see you. Quality control number, we got it all taken care of. Keep in mind, I'd have you already moving for me, but All right, Steven, gotcha. So you must be Joe, you must be Steven. All right, great. I'm Vincent, American Income, handling some of your benefits. Go grab the quality control number. Great, we got it. Okay, Steven, don't think I'm being rude on my phone or computer. I'm just punching in your information real quick. But I wanted to ask you, man, that looks like a really nice home. How long have you been living there for?
A little while.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Just a little while. Not too long.
Just a little while, not too long. You're down in, it looks like you're down in Skokie, right?
Correct.
Skokie, awesome. I'm from Pennsylvania, my man. I've never been up here before. They got me traveling all over the place. Everyone tells me that lives in Illinois that they hate this place. Is that what you feel as well?
Yeah, it could be better, right?
Could be better. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. How long have you lived in Skokie for?
About 5 years now.
5 years? Okay, not too long, not too long. And I know. So if you were there for 5 years, did you grow up in Skokie as well?
No, I'm from Chicago proper originally.
You're from Chicago? Oh, okay. Wow, Chicago seems like a whole nother world out there. You know, when I go down to the more country areas down in the lower part of the state, that they kind of remind me of Pennsylvania people. You know, more country and family oriented. And you guys up there in Chicago, I think I like the guys in Chicago a lot better because you guys just seem more real. You know, you guys have just seen some stuff growing up, huh?
Yeah, okay. I mean, I suppose we got a little more going on than out in nowhere, Pennsylvania, I guess.
Yeah. And more than those guys down south, right? Have you ever been down south to like Joliet and like Peoria and all those areas?
No, I try not to go down there, honestly. It's not my favorite.
That's funny, you know, Steven, because that's the same thing that those guys say about you.
Oh, okay. But I see where you're going with this, because even in myself, as I was trying to be close off to you, you can't help but, you know, you just give a little bit more. I mean, it's strange, even though it was all BS that we were making up, but I see where you're coming from.
I kill him with the smile, I promise you. I don't even like my smile. I just really, you know, like I just and then it takes a while. It's not gonna happen at first, you know. At first you're gonna drive home, you're gonna be like, man, that was effing terrible, you know, but it comes with time. So I would have kept going from there. I would have mentioned how like Gio always says a good line about Chicago people. He'll be like, you know, when he's down south, he'll flip it. He'll be like, those guys up there suck, you guys are great, right? And he'll be like, man, I've never been to Chicago. I don't know if you guys have ever been to Pittsburgh, but you know, we got some bad areas in Chicago. We got some bad areas in Pittsburgh. You know, I've seen people, you know, do some crazy things down there. But Chicago, when I went down there, man, there was I don't know if I was in the wrong part of town, but there was bullet holes in some of the front doors. There was, you know, I felt like I needed to go get my open carry, you know. And they're gonna be like, yeah, as they look at their country safe of 5 rifles on the wall, right? They're gonna be like, yeah, absolutely. And that's what everybody says down south. They all say that Chicago is like a whole different world. They don't like it. It's, you know, should be its own state, like California, the whole thing.
Right, and then everyone in the city says the opposite. So, okay, great info. Thank you.
Yeah, everyone say, yep, absolutely. Right. So I'm gonna keep prying at you, and then if you don't give me, I'm gonna keep prying at Mary. I'm gonna go to Mary next. Mary, is that how the hell did you guys meet each other? Oh, don't even get me started. I'll tell you how we met each other. He was down there, yeah. And then, who chased who? Who chased who?
That's actually one of my favorite things to ask.
Yeah, encouraging it. Who chased who? They go, I'll tell you right now, you chased in your dreams, Mary. No, Joe, you know you chased me. You couldn't resist this. And then you got them going at each other, right? So and then you, as you get this stuff out of them, you pull stuff out of you that relates to that. I'm the same way. My girlfriend will tell you that I chased her probably a little bit too long. She might have thought I was like a whatever, right? Just whatever you got. Make sense?
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. So specifically for myself, maybe this, I don't know if it pertains to you guys, but so since I'm not from that area, I'm just wondering how, so I have to go about it in a bit of a different way. I can't really, you know, like how should I go about that? Yeah. I mean, now I'm in California, so it's like.
Oh, Well, hey, you got a lot to talk about. Those are some, well, Colorado, I feel like, the biggest thing there would be like, the same approach, you guys grew up here. Okay. I grew up where did you grow up?
Oh, wait. Okay. So are the leads going to be for Colorado, right? Or are they going to be Illinois?
Illinois.
Okay. So I'm going to be speaking to people from the Illinois area. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And all the leads are going to be from, oops, sorry.
Oh, you're good. No,
All the leads are going to be from Illinois then? Every single one?
The company is working on a way to get access to other state directors' leads right now from other states. But until that point, we can only be allowed to run the unions that are assigned to us in Illinois. Now, if you have a non-resident license in Colorado and non-resident license or vice versa, if your resident state is somewhere else besides Illinois, you can sell anybody that you want down there. They can be in the union, it doesn't matter. You just aren't going to get those cards. You're not going to get the cards. Those are right now most likely assigned to somebody else's agency. But they are working on that.
Oh, am I the only one that's in Illinois?
I'm in Illinois.
Oh, well, I know you're in Illinois because you're in the main office right now, but okay, hold on. Let me see. Anybody else? Is anybody else? No? Okay. You are? Okay, of course, you're in the office. You brought water to him. Okay, gotcha. All right.
Where's the other, where are you guys from that aren't in Illinois? Indy and Ben, you guys from Pennsylvania? Please say yes.
Pittsburgh, home of the Steelers.
Yeah!
Go!
Yeah! Black Stars.
Yeah, I like that water bottle.
Let's get the terrible towels over here. No,
I'm one state over. I'm in Indiana right now. So I'm from Jersey, so I'm originally a Giants fan. Now I'm a Colts fan. So no Steelers for me. Sorry.
Wow, she's a fist pumper.
And not anymore.
Jersey Shore is not on the air anymore. Those days are gone, right? Man, what a time that was. Watching that show come out. That was. Oh man. Oh, I can't wait till we all just aren't in this class. We're actually somewhere on a boat in Jersey or somewhere in the other part of the world, and all of our trainees are in this class, and we're all making a pretty good life out of it, helping others. God's got to keep your vision close. It's going to get lost in all this madness. You got to keep it close. Promise you.
Can I just interject and say, I was actually wondering the same thing though, because I'm from Pittsburgh, so I don't know a ton about like Chicago or Illinois.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good because now you'll learn from the clients. So
okay.
Just do what I was doing there. I'm Illinois. I'm from Pittsburgh. Wait, Skokie. What's Skokie? Is that sounds like almost like that sounds like a cookie or something. Where's that at? Say silly stuff like that. It's just this little town. It's like about, is that close to Chicago? Okay. Do you go down there? I heard it was a beautiful like little ocean front from Lake Michigan. Is that? Okay. No, you don't go down there. Oh, you're way down south. Oh, so you're in like the middle of nowhere, like in the Twister movie then, right? Because I know it's all flat down there, right? Okay. All right. Cool. What do you guys even do for fun down there? Nothing much. We just this, that, and the other. So I'm guessing you're a Cubs fan. You're a Bears fan. Oh man. And they're gonna be like, why? Where are you from? You're like, well, I'm all over the place. I'm handling these members, that members. I'm actually from Pittsburgh, so I'm a Steelers fan. And then they're gonna be like, oh God. They're gonna, then you got a nice conversation starter right there with the Steelers. I talk about how Pittsburgh is beautiful, Pennsylvania is beautiful. There's hills, there's mountains, there's trees. Out here, there's streets and trees and more streets and more buildings and concrete. And I went back to Pittsburgh after being out here for a few months, and I was like a kid in the candy shop. I was like, wow, I guess it's awesome, So I talk about stuff like that, make them laugh. I just make them see that I'm just like them. I'm a human. I got flaws. I got jokes. I got emotions. Whatever. So you'll get it. Just keep trying and look it up. Don't be afraid to look it up. Before you go sit with them, look up their city. You might see that it's a little mom and pop store for the groceries right next door. and they're all the way down in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by cornfields, and you're gonna be like, oh, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm from Pittsburgh, but you're way down, you're in the middle of the cornfields down there, aren't you? Oh, yeah. We went out there a few years ago. You got like a mom and pop store next to you, right? Joe's Candy Shack? Is that? Oh yeah, I've been there before, right? You can take it any way you want.
Well, hey, Indy, I mean, you know, if you have any questions and if I can answer, I'll be happy to help you. And, you know, just don't hesitate to ask. If I know, I'll definitely help you. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right.
Are you guys all in that group message on GroupMe?
So Gio had said that it's a privilege and that we will go in the GroupMe when we make our first sale. So
Okay.
that's what he told me.
Okay.
Tal got snuck in there earlier. Tal got snuck in there. It is he's right. He's right.
Oh, as in you guys will fly down here and be in the meeting? Is that what you meant? Or what is the group meeting?
There's a GroupMe. So a GroupMe is an app. It's like a WhatsApp almost. And so the whole, so that's
okay.
what it is.
Okay. Gotcha.
Basically what I meant by it is we should like get each other's numbers maybe in the chat, or maybe if you're like, nah, I don't need these guys' numbers, fine. But if maybe we could like make our own little group chat because we're all training together. So
oh, okay, I gotcha. Yeah. Sure.
I just put mine in the chat. So
okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm not that technical, so you let me know and I'll join. See, I didn't even know a group meet app, so I was like, okay, let me know. I'm a fast learner though, so
okay.
okay, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, don't hesitate to ask.
Hey,
me
I'm
too,
in the
Tyler.
GroupMe.
Okay.
I'm in the GroupMe. Turn up.
All right.
Sorry, Vince.
All
Sorry
right.
to
All right.
interject.
No, you're fine.
The banter, is the banter over? Oh, good. Okay, great. So, no, Tal, that was perfectly fine. You guys should be right by each other's side, going through this together, like you know, like brothers in arms, like a team, like a sports team, you know, same stuff. You guys need that. So that's good. That's a good point, Tal. Back to the intro, right? So the intro, right when rapport's done, they're laughing, you're laughing. You can't shut them up. They can't shut you up. That's a good way to know it's time to move on, right? And it's a little bit more controlling too, because you're like, ha, ha, ha. All right, guys, I gotta, you know, time to get serious, right? Now they know you're about it, right? So you're like, all right, guys, I could probably talk to you all day. Mason, Talia, you guys seem like great people. Ben, Steven, you guys are wonderful. Indy, we just, the only thing is though, I feel like I could probably talk to you all night. So I wish I would have made you my last appointment, but I'm going to go ahead and get started here because we got about 7 other members right after you. And they're just, again, this is like the 4th time you've said something that just shows that you're just a madman running around the whole world doing this for the unions, right? So crucial. I'll go ahead and get started. Do you remember filling out this 3x5 yellow card? Share your screen, right? Make sure you share your screen. I had a couple of new trainees like hold their phone up to the camera. I was like ready to lose my mind. Share your screen, give them a second to read it. That's gonna build credibility. They're gonna see their handwriting right there. And they're gonna be like, oh, Joe, I told you filled it out this time, right? Oh, so that's your handwriting? Okay, great. You guys remember when you did that? You can ask them. You guys remember how long ago it was? Yeah, it was about 2 years ago. Yeah, see, I told you, we just don't come around too often. Glad I caught you. That's why they shipped me all the way out here from Pennsylvania. There's more and more and more and more busy, control, important, urgency. This is how you get absolutely zero. I want to think about it. Now, go ahead and get started, right? You show the card. Now you show the letter. So you fill out the card. How about that letter of explanation that was from your president that talks about the benefit program? Do you guys remember reading that? And just to let you guys know, they all get it. Every single one of them gets it. It comes stapled to their cards. Don't let them tell you otherwise. I don't say, did you get? I say, did you read? Okay, great. So at the top here, I'll share my screen, kind of paraphrase it. I won't just jump right down to the bottom. I'll be like, at the top there, you got your Carpenter's Local 250 header, right? Because it looks just like their other mail. It has the same layout as their pension, as their health insurance. It's like the same stuff. The trustees and the presidents on the side. So I'll be like, all right, you got everything up here. It just says, dear member, as an active or dues paying member in the Local 250, you have a no cost insurance policy. And this is These benefits are provided jointly through American Income, 100% union company, and your local 250. And then I'll start jumping around. I'll be like, then it kind of goes over the no cost benefits here. And you want to look at their eyes here. You want to see them reading this. You want to get creative. You want to get professional. If you got a touch screen, if you got, any Windows computer, you can usually use a highlighter and you can start highlighting through as you speak these words, you're moving through them. That's good. That's like, now you got like this teacher to student relationship going, and they're going to read what you want them to read, right? So I'd be like, and then some of the no cost benefits. And at the very bottom, it's signed off by your president, Jimmy President. You know Jimmy, right? You know Jimmy, right, Gina? Probably doesn't, right? Probably will, probably won't. Oh, okay. Jimmy's a great guy, right? Act like you know. Oh yeah, Jimmy's a great guy. Now, anyway, so Jimmy's the one that signed off on these benefits, and at the very bottom of his signature, it just says that an AIL representative who is a member of the local 277 will call on you to deliver your certificate of coverage, provide your no-cost benefits, and witness your beneficiary designation. And I say it with those pauses, and I say it with those voice inflections, because I promise you, if you don't, and you say it, now an AIL representative who is a member of the local 277 is going to call on you to deliver your certificate of coverage, provide your no-cost benefits, witness your beneficiary designation. They're gone. They lost them. Probably lost them like 5 seconds ago. The average attention span in America is 7 seconds, 8 seconds. Okay, so and the average mouth can speak like 1 to 200 words per minute. So you got to understand that like every 10 seconds you should be changing your stuff. If you're not, keep reminding yourself. I used to like remind myself like halfway through, I'd be like getting tired, like getting monotone. I'd be like, and I'd like reset, right? So would provide no cost witness your beneficiary designation. And also, Joe, as I get louder, it also lets you know that American Income or that your union also sets you up with permanent insurance benefits as well that you'd have to qualify for. Now, in a B union, by union spirit that you'd have to qualify for. And right after that, I unshared the screen because the next couple lines talk about how it's on a voluntary basis. And I just want him to assume that this is like every other employer where we handle your permanent life insurance. So today's the day. That's what happens at most employers in this country. Here's your stuff. Here's your options. We'll be back in a week. Time to decide. No one questions it. They just roll with it. We want to have the same thing going. So I unshare my screen. I'll be like, did you guys say you made it to any of the meetings where they discussed this benefits program? No? Okay. No problem, Joe. I'll fill you in on what you may have missed. So they set you up with 4 no-cost benefits, right? One of which is that insurance policy that would go to your wife. God forbid something were to happen to you, Joe. Now, Alex, if something did happen to Joe, you wouldn't be calling up the union wondering where all that money is. You'd be calling up our company, American Income, because we're the ones responsible for paying that out. Reason being is we're the only 100% unionized insurance group in the country. Let that sink in for a second. That's why they set you up with your permanent insurance benefits as well that you have to qualify for. Now, we noticed at the union, there was no paperwork filled out for your additional insurance benefits, your permanent insurance benefits. Life insurance, if you're feeling extra control, there was no paperwork filled out for your additional life insurance, your permanent life insurance benefits. Now, so our job today is to get you enrolled into those benefits. Now, Mary and Joe, if you can qualify and these benefits make sense, we absolutely have to make sure we get you enrolled today during your enrollment period. If they don't make sense or you can't qualify, we just simply wouldn't worry about those benefits and we would just get you out the no-cost package and be on our way. Does that make sense, Joe? Does that sound fair enough, what we're going to do today, Joe and Mary? Promise you. That's why people say our script is long and hard to teach and stuff like that, because people don't understand how to use their voice. I don't think anyone in here missed any of that, right? Was that confusing to anybody? Would that make sense if I came to your house and said that? Now, if I said it in a monotone voice and didn't change it once, you'd be like, yeah, that makes sense what we're gonna do today. And then you start going, here's our ratings. They're like, why the hell is he going through these ratings? Here's these no cost benefits. Oh, these are cool. All right, term and whole life. What the hell's going on here? Needs analysis, options. I didn't know any of this was supposed to happen today. What's going on? What is this? I want to think about it. So I don't care how many times you got to repeat this part, say it till you're blue in the face. Does that make sense? If they hesitate for 1 second, they'll be like, know the body language. If you see them hesitating, hey, Mary, I'll say it. Don't worry. I'll go ahead and reiterate, and I'll say it again. I may cut it down, but I'll say it again. Yes, Talia.
What did you say after the part where it's like, if it doesn't make sense or we couldn't get you qualified, then we'll just send you on your way with what?
Good question. So if it doesn't make sense or you can't qualify, we just simply wouldn't worry about the additional benefits, and we would just get you out the no cost benefits and be on our way.
Okay, I understand. Thank you.
It might be like an extra, like Vince sentence right there, like the whole on our way thing.
I like
just
that
this to know, like, yeah, exactly. Like it's not some like, we're here only for the insurance. You know what I mean? Can't tell you how many hours and presentations I've done where I've sold nothing. Literally been happy to help that family out. One way or another, I'm gonna get a sale probably because I wasn't playing my numbers. I ain't blaming anyone but myself. Something to learn in every house. 1% better. Compounding interest. Now that's the intro, guys. Any other questions on the intro? The why we're there?
Hey, Vince, I'm sorry to interrupt. I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like the camera's freezing and the audio is going in and out just a little bit.
Same for us.
Like you're currently pretty frozen.
Frozen?
So, yeah.
Yep, frozen, just audio.
All right, cool. Any questions on the why we're there? Gina, was that a, no? Okay.
No, we're good. Yeah, thanks.
All right, guys. Last thing, home stretch, the ratings, the ratings, the ratings, the ratings. Equally as important as the rapport and the why we're there, the ratings. All right, guys. Now, any questions on what we're gonna do today? Is that fair enough? Does that make sense? Fair enough, right? Fair enough's a great, strong word. Fair enough? All right, so I'll go ahead for you guys. Now, they typically have us play about 6 or 7 videos. They just kind of do my job for me. I don't want to bore you to death with all those videos. If anybody asked how, they were great. We watched them all with a big smile, right? I said, we watched them all, smiling big. And it's gonna transfer right into them. They're gonna be like, you got it, right? And if, hey, you asked about how long they've been in the union, if I know they've been seen before, that question's that's gonna get them too. That's gonna make you stand out. Your whole objective is to be the most unique salesman representative they've ever seen, right? Just distancing yourself from the average salesman as much as you can. So there's usually 6 or 7 videos they have me play. I'm not here to bore you with any of those today. They pretty much just do my job for me. I'll add in there sometimes, I'm sure they played those last time, right? And they'll be like, oh, yes. I'm like, all right, so I'm not gonna bore you with any of those, but I do just have to play this one video. It's just gonna tell you a little bit about who we are and who handles your benefits. I play the Richard Trumka video. Powerful, powerful, powerful stuff. I don't know what you guys know about unions in this room, but I promise you, your control coming into these sits is through the freaking roof. You're from their union. You're contracted through their union. Their union provides their livelihood. Their union provides their pension, their health insurance. Everything that they've done and worked for their entire life has been a result of this union. And they've paid $30,000, $10,000, $20,000 worth of dues to this union as well. You have to understand it's very, very, very powerful. We're the only ones doing this. You're the only one that can diminish that. So just keep in mind that they're ready to listen to you until you show them reasons not to. Gina, yes.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt again, but the video that you said that you play that you just mentioned, which video is that?
I think Gio doesn't play it sometimes. The Richard Trumka video, it's when you hit on EAP, you hit union.
Mhm.
It's the first video. It's literally the president of the AFL-CIO. If you guys don't know who the
He's the one who's
AFL-CIO
talking
is.
about, he's the one who's talking about like, oh, AIL, we wouldn't be here without you guys and all of that stuff.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Does anyone know what the AFL-CIO stands for in here? No? Alex, I told you in our interview.
I feel like
should
you
know.
did. I just can't remember now.
I'm just joking. I knew I had to get you. The American Federation of Labor. American Federation of Labor. Congress of Industrial Organizations. They might not even know what that is. You start to get real comfy. You're on your fourth sit of the day. You pull that out real quick. This is Richard Trumka. He's the president of the AFL-CIO. You know who the AFL-CIO is, right? Honestly, no, not really, Mr. Union Representative. Please tell me, right? That's the kind of control you want. Oh, no problem. It's the American Federation of Labor, the Congress of Industrial Organizations. You know, the organization that all the international unions are a part of? No? Okay, no problem, Joe, no problem. So this is their president, Richard Trumka, and every single April they get together at their labor advisory board meetings and they go over they discuss the biggest problems facing union America today. This is just a short clip of him thanking American Income for helping out with two of the biggest concerns they saw. One, our benefits to work are great. They're amazing. But what happens to our benefits to work when we, I don't know, let's say quit, get fired, retire, hell, even if we're laid off for a few months, do you know what happens to your workplace benefits, Gina?
They disappear.
They go away, exactly, they go away. So the second reason they're thanking us, the second thing, the concern that we're helping them out with is a lot of families were passing away without wills in place. And there was a lot of fighting, a lot of families were fighting over each other's belongings. There was a lot of money going unclaimed. So what they did is they set you guys up with a free last will and testament today. I don't think that was perfectly on script, but a lot of families were fighting over stuff, belongings, yada, yada, yada. That's why they set you up with a free last will and testament today. And they'll go, And this whole time, they're just like, this is great. How the hell have I not seen these people before? Like, they're just ready for greatness right now. And that's why you have some pressure in this job. And you gotta have some mental toughness and some big pride and some big confidence. Only way to get confidence is reps and knowledge. Okay. Anyway, guys, so you tell them that's the second reason, right? Will Kit, they set it up for you. And then I'll unpause the video and I'll let Richard Trumka finish up. I just want to thank American Income from the strawberry fields of California to the freedom rides. Right. Unfortunately, some people that have been in the union for a while might start getting mad at Richard Trumka, but I get mad at a lot of things in this country, including our presidents and politicians. So it's nothing different. With that being said, Richard Trumka video ends. I end it. I don't let it continue into all this other stuff it's about to continue in. We are an international company with thousands of representatives, right? I'm already about to tell them that with the ratings. It's cool, right? So I'll just pause it. I'm like, all right, guys, the rest of the video is pretty cut and dry. Like I said, if anyone asks, though, we watched them all, right? Okay, great. Now, there's only just two more things that we mentioned about the company before we get started. And you're just almost there. And when I was brand new, I always thought, this is so much. I'm going to lose them. They're going to hate me. Just get that stuff out of your head. I promise you it's okay. Keep smiling. Keep doing what I'm telling you. You're all right. You got them captivated. It's two things that we mentioned about the company. One, in order to be a part of the union program, you have to be in the union. No offense to Joe Schmo down the street, but he can't just call up the company and get a policy with us. Reason being, and this is a very iffy part that we're probably going to have to stop saying soon because we're not every union's dues go towards this. So this is a touchy subject. So I would honestly recommend probably saying reason being is because, I don't even know another way to say the union dues part. Like some of your union, reason being is
Some
because
people don't pay for it.
your union's contracted. Trying to think of a different way to say this. 15% of the union dues go towards the no cost benefits. Yeah, it's hard to kind of get around, but I just feel like as much as me and Gio are growing and the more people we have out there saying it, some like gun-ho union dude that goes to every meeting and like writes down where the money's going might just call you out, you know, and you just be like, hey, like could be your union, Joe. It's just a rough estimate, you know, 15% of your union dues go towards these no-cost benefits, right?
Could we say approximately 17% or something along those lines?
Yep. Welcome to sales, guys. These are sales tactics. This is called fluff. You're doing it for the greater good of the client. Trust me. And I promise you, our rates are highly competitive. So it is true. It's not like we're telling a lie here. 15% of union dues goes towards these no-cost benefits and the additional ones as well to make them cheaper. Another 10% American Income puts back into the program as well, simply because we don't advertise. Talia, have you ever heard of American Income before today?
No, I don't think so.
Probably not, right? Yeah. It's like a trick question, right? With our niche market, it's actually 40,000 different unions and groups. We don't feel the need to be out there chasing business in such a manner and spending money on aggressive marketing campaigns. And Joe, I'm sure you already know this, but the companies that do spend money on that, they spend almost $2 billion a year. So that's why when you take the 10% of savings from advertising and the 15% of the dues, your permanent insurance that's available to you today is anywhere from 25 to 30% cheaper than any other company's rates. You get what's called a union negotiated rate. Does that make sense how they get that? Yeah, that makes sense. All right, guys. Now, the last reason is the ratings. And I don't need to bore you guys with the ratings. But just understand that the way I'm going through these, and this is normal. Now this is high, 15%, another 10%. You have to do it. 9 out of 10 of you are going to leave this room and just not listen to me. And it's going to be your time that's wasted when you don't nail this. I promise you. Have to do it. You have to be charismatic. You have to become an actor. I'm not the same person in my sit that I am in real life. I'm not even really the same person right now in here yelling at you guys at the top of my lungs. I don't go around talking to people like this in the streets. Hey, Mace, how you doing, Mace? Oh, amazing. Great to see you, man. Great to see you. They're going to be like, this guy's on something, right? That's what you want to think.
What's up, bub?
What up, dog? I'm sitting down with some people down in the city. What up, dog? No, I'm just kidding. I gotta get a couple of eyes in there sometimes. Sitting down with someone down there.
What's good with you, bro?
What's good with you, man? No, but for real, you got to show them that you got street smarts and book smarts. Now, for someone that doesn't have street smarts, that might be a little bit fake, and they might sniff you out. But it is what it is. Don't do it. Other than that, guys, ratings, that takes us and that completes the introduction. Okay. Anyone have any questions? I'm gonna go over like two more quick tips. These freaking markers in this office. I'll be right back.
Vince, what you need? A marker, bro? You need me to get you?
Okay, guys, I just wanted to take a poll real fast about which one you guys want to do. If you want to do a group me, or if you want, okay, Andy wants group me. We can do group me. We can do group message. But if we could do group me, I feel like that'd be best. We can all get accustomed to it before we join the group. And then the people in the room, the ones who I haven't seen yet, Alex, and I think there's someone else there. If you guys want to put your numbers down like on the whiteboard or something, then I will totally add you. Hi, nice to finally see you. Yeah, I'll totally add you to the group me as well. Yeah, just maybe message it in like in the Zoom chat or on the whiteboard or something, and I'll make sure I get you added.
Hey guys, if you want to put me in that group me, I could be like your cheat sheet if you need it, because I'm already in the group me. I'm there. Like, I don't need to be in that, to be honest with you. I don't even
Between
need to
you
be
and
here.
Talia. Oh, between you and Talia, we're covered.
Yeah, I just like watching Vince and getting on him.
He seems to like you too, don't worry.
I just gotta keep him on his
All
toes.
right. Okay. Gina, help me. How do I put you in the group me? What do I click to be in part of the group? I know.
So you're good. I'm gonna create it, and then as long as you download GroupMe, you should automatically get added to it. So
Okay.
just make sure you have the app downloaded.
Okay. So Thaya was like, add me. I was like, okay, but I don't even know how to add you.
No, sorry.
I'll add you for sure.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and create that right now. I'm gonna add your numbers onto my phone, and I'll get it done by the end of the meeting.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime.
All right. I want you guys to write down 5 keys to success in this biz. This is called Hugh Bell's 5 keys to success, actually. I don't even know who Hugh Bell is. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. Can you guys hear me when I'm talking at the board? All right. So, make sure I get these spot on for you guys. One of the ones, do you guys remember what one of the ones was from earlier that I was talking about? I said it before. Let yourself go, remember? So that's the first one. Write that down. Let yourself go. Okay. You're in the people business. You're seeing people multiple times a day, every day. You gotta let yourself go. You want to surround yourself. Second one is surround yourself with enthusiasts. And it finishes off by saying, be enthusiastic. Can you guys see that okay?
Yes.
Okay. That's why you spend $80 on a webcam. Please don't have a crappy webcam and start to draw on something and they can't see it because they're on an iPhone and they can barely hear you because you have a bad microphone. It's like going into a real sit in a real home and like whispering and like, you know, I don't even know, like can't make yourself look blurry in real life, but you know, it's very important to have a high quality webcam and microphone. Third one, be an actor. Like I was just talking about, be an actor. 4, be sincere. 5, speak with emphasis. Speak with emphasis, and who can guess what the last thing I would say? Emphasis and what?
Passion.
Close.
Enthusiasm.
Conviction. Speak with emphasis and conviction. Sales. Does anyone know what they say about sales? What sales is? Gio's team, you all should have heard this already. Sales is a transfer of belief from one person to another. So I'm convicted. I'm speaking with emphasis. I'm enthusiastic about my product, my company, what it does. Pretty sure in one of Grant Cardone's chapters, when Sell and Be Sold, he raffles off like a list of 4 questions that he says, if you can't answer right away with conviction, then you ain't gonna make it. You're not gonna close anybody. One of them was like, why, with his country accent he has, or whatever accent he's got going on, why should it be your company? Why your company as opposed to any other company in the entire country that's doing the same thing? Why? If you can answer that right away, you're gonna be missing sales. I think one of the second ones he asked was like, why not only is it your company that's the best to do it, but why are you the best person to deliver it? Why you over anybody else? Why are you the best to do the job? Third one is your product. Why is your product better than any other product, even if it's the same product down the street that may have a better rate or cost less? Why yours? Why?
Because we make it sound good. We make it.
There you go. Because we got the 3 to 5 day payout guaranteed freedom of choice certificate. That's huge. You start sitting down with a lot of people, you'll come across a couple of death claims where Prudential made them wait for 3 weeks while their wife couldn't get anything but cremated because there was no money there right away. Had to cremate her, couldn't embalm her, couldn't put her in the fridge. That cost money. Gotta get your heart behind this stuff because this is real stuff. I'm not just, like I said, this ain't about the money. The more that you convince yourself that you're going in there to sit down with your family and you treat them like they're your brother or sister or mother, watch what starts to happen in these homes. This is too easy. This is set up so simple, most simple it can be in the entire insurance industry. Other insurance companies would kill for free leads that were highly qualified and only had one company saying that they were going to do it with a president letter right next to it from their president. That is insane. You want to go somewhere else, you see cold calling. If you want to look somewhere else, I mean cold calling, prospecting. Your training pay wouldn't be riding out and seeing 40 people in a week. It'd be riding out with your manager while he calls your mom and dad and tries to get them to buy something, and that's your training pay. Like I said, be union, buy union. We're 100% union. We're the only 100% unionized insurance group in America. You guys know you get health and life insurance benefits here, right? If you do 21,000 ALP in a single quarter, you qualify for an extra $300 a month in commission out of nowhere, not out of your sales. You qualify for an extra $300 in commission towards a health insurance plan of your choice. Brought to you in part by the OPEIU Local 277. If you're a family, they give you somewhere crazy like upwards of $500 a month for it. You also, at the same time you qualify for that, you get a $25,000 group term life insurance policy as well. When you're here after 5 years, both of those numbers go up. They give you like 50 grand in a life insurance policy. I think they actually give you a little bit less commission towards your health insurance because you're making that much more at this point. You start to get renewals. It's like a base salary, you know, now you're making 20, 30, 40 grand a year, 50 grand a year in renewals. And then the biggest thing that's a union negotiated benefit that we have here is the lifetime renewals. 10-year, 10% vested renewal contract. That is not a thing in other insurance groups. It's not. If you look in your contract, it is right there. It's a union negotiated benefit. So understand, through all the ups and downs that you guys are about to go through, these next 2 weeks are going to test you in every way possible mentally. Understand you've got to be on your A game. You've got to get your sleep, even though you might get home late. Tell your girl, tell your boy that your new significant other is American income for the next 90 days. Because that's just what it takes, I promise you. You're going to eat, sleep, and guess, you know, you can guess the third word, American income. But as you go through that, you're going to become the best version of yourself that you can be right away, as quick as you can. And to whom, I think I said this in the company agency meeting, but to whom much is given, much is tested. When you're starting on this career path and there's this much at stake and you have this much success about to come into your life, if you execute this and you give it your all for 6 months, 3 months, 3 weeks, understand that the devil's going to try to take you out. Promise. I don't know if you guys are spiritual. I'm just getting back into it. But there's a bad thing in this world. You can call it the devil, you can call it whatever you want, but it's going to come after you. Right when I started doing this, all kind of stuff started going wrong in my life. All kind of stuff. Basement flooding. Best friend dying, age of 24, cirrhosis of the liver. 3 months after him, other best friend died. I only had 4. Like, you know, you got your core from like when you grew up, you got like those 3 or 4 people, like 2 of them just dead. And I'm over here training with Gio, ready to like skip out. I'm going down to the hospital because that's how like I was so committed to success. It wasn't even funny. And the list goes on and on. Brother's girlfriend OD, she passed away. Went from seeing her little bubbly face and great personality, them trying to change for the better, doing great for months on end. All of a sudden, they both relapsed. Next thing you know, I'm looking at her with a tube in her mouth in the hospital, brain dead, vegetable. I had 3 sits that day. Everything in my mind was like, go home, you deserve to rest. This is too much, this is a lot. But everything Simon and Tommy would teach me is like, this is what's gonna happen. Like this is the test. Like this is happening not at you, this is not happening to you, this is happening for you. So what did I do? I used all that anger and all that emotion and I went straight to the field and I went 3 for 3, even though my ass should have had more than 3 booked. No one told me no that day. So the way that you guys are so set on making this work right now, the way that you guys are so passionate about changing your life, whatever reason you came here, whatever that was, it's going to be tested, and adversity is going to keep trying to pull you further and further away from that reason. Just like drugs do to your mind. You won't even realize it, but it's going to happen. So understand that people that are serious about changing, they will do the things that it takes. They will do what others aren't prepared to do to get results and get a life that others don't have. So if you're not ready to give up to go up, you probably should just stop now. But if you're like me and you came here to get better and you're expecting the adversity and you're waiting for it and you've been through a lot in your life already prior, this is just another phase. And I just keep taking them on the chin. Like, you guys ever watch Happy Gilmore where he like goes and stands in front of the thing that like shoots the balls out of his face? He's like, oh, and it's just blasting him with these golf balls and it's bring it on. I'm like, I went home, my basement had like 3 feet of water in it. And I was just like, you see this, babe? This is great. Life just keeps trying to take me out of America. This is something else, right? But the way that you're going to get the mental toughness and stamina to deal with this is mind, body, and spirit. You need to be pouring into yourself every day so that you can afford those shots. You can't really expect to pour much out of your own cup to these clients when you got to go into each one of these sits like top-notch version of yourself, when you got to come in like 100% every day, ready to fix the things you messed up the day before. It's not easy. Like, you're gonna have to keep going, keep playing, keep giving that next presentation all you can, as if it had a life and history of its own. Which I mean is like it's your last time you could ever do it. So the only way to be that peak and that kind of performance is to pour into yourself so that you can afford to pour out. Thought I was already in a pretty well area in my mind when it came to development when I came here, and I definitely I learned I was not real quick. The books, the knowledge, last 4 letters of knowledge is edge, gives you an edge, right? It's always researching. What happens when you die? Why does that happen when you die? What else can the state of Illinois do? Oh, they can tax your money that you give to your kids. They can tax your home that you get. Oh, okay. I was just indulged in it. Celery sold every day in the shower, right when I woke up. Wasn't Facebook anymore. Wasn't Xbox anymore. That's called wasting your time. Podcasts, books, that's called investing your time. So you can waste your time and not really change your life because you're not willing to change the things you're doing, or you can invest your time, change your ways, and you'll essentially change your life. I feel like I've been here for like 8 years. You guys probably think I've been here for a lot longer than I've been here. Do you guys know how long I've been here for?
8 years.
Who said 8 years? Been here my first day. I still have this recording. I was just showing Mason. My first presentation was a United States steelworker who was like 72 years old and still going to work so he can afford his wife's dementia medication and keep her happy until they died together. And as well as the insulin that the country was trying to essentially bend him over on. Poor dude, 70 something, still going to a steel mill. And I'm over here, just got fresh out of that life for exactly that reason. Couldn't have been more grateful. This other stuff, this adversity, these no sales, the emotions, doesn't come close to what you're going to go through anywhere else. But this will be the quickest, and this will be the most, this will probably be not the, I'm not going to say the easiest, but when you look at this kind of growth and opportunities in America that can give you what this can, it's usually a business. And a business means you're about to go in debt for 2-3 years. And if you think no shows and emotions are hard, wait till you have an entire business and hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt. That's hard. When your business is failing down in the middle of the street and everyone knows it's yours, think about that pressure. And your family is relying on it, or they're going to be out on the street. You have no support from anybody, none. Here you have an entire support system and an international company that are giving you the same growth that you can have at a real business. You don't got to pay for the leads. You don't got to pay for this TV. You don't got to pay for that $600 frame that's on this TV. You don't got to pay for the marketing, the resources, the office. You didn't have to buy nothing. So don't get it twisted, because I'm telling you, in your next 90 days, life's going to try to get it twisted. That's why 5% of Americans make over 250, 7%, whatever that number is, because the other 93%, they ain't got it. They quit when it got tough. The only thing stopping this is you. Even if you have a manager that's not compatible with you, or you may not think is the best, doesn't matter. You can train a stud, a dud manager can train a stud, and that stud's going to find a way to be a stud. You can have a stud manager train a dud, that dud's always going to be a dud. You know, so with that being said, guys, I had one more little ripper I was going to give you, but I still my mind right now. It just escaped me there. Oh, so I was just listening to one of my mentors on a Zoom call. It was going back to that whole, like, when you want to change your life, you do the things that you need to do. You learn the things that you need to learn. You go out of your way to find out what you got to do, right? So you'll notice through this training class, some of you guys will sit and wait for it. You'll wait for the handout. You'll wait to be spoon-fed by your manager. You won't go out of your way to learn these things. You won't go out of your way to get better. You won't go out of your way to implement different systems and procedures in your life. And that's why your life's not going to change, which I pretty much already touched on. I thought that was a really good point. He talked about how, like, when you want to change stuff, you'll start to do the things that you need to do to get it changed. Like, I became obsessed with figuring this stuff out. I was like a complete carbon copy of Gio's presentation in the house. And I had no script, just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth till 2 a.m., getting home at 3. His ass had me coming back at 8. And he lived an hour away. Whatever it took. It was a lot better than getting destroyed all day on a job site, breaking my back and risking my health. Perspective is everything. So if you want to make it happen, If you want to change, if you came here to find something different in life, get ready to start to do different things that you've never done before. Discipline. Discipline type things is what I'm referring to. Doing what you need to do regardless of how you feel, when it needs to get done, the way it needs to get completed. That's all I got for you guys today. If you need anything, you got my number in that chat. Hope you enjoyed it. A little passion at the end. I did not have planned for you, so don't think this is me selling it. Wish you all the best of luck. I'll see you next Friday on this training class.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Vince.
You're welcome. Thank you guys.
Hey, really quick before we log off here, Alex, do you want to go ahead and send me your number or put it on the whiteboard or something so I can add you to that group meeting?
Yeah, I'll write it down.
What is it?
All right, cool.
847
847
873.
Hey, it was nice meeting you guys. Good luck in your guys.
You too, Mason. Thank you.
Thanks, Mason.
There it is at the
All right.
bottom there.
Perfect. Thank you. All right, I'll go ahead and add you real fast, and then sorry, I'll go ahead and add you, and then I'll get the group meet all set up.
Yeah, I think you guys were probably good
Thanks
to
for
go
doing
too.
that.
The rest of the video is just about
Absolutely,
us getting the
anytime.
group meet
Thank you.
together. So if you're still on, I would get off.
Yeah, best day of
Yeah, we're all
training
set.
so far.
Oh, absolutely.
Have any adversity already? Like, did you guys have any problems during the time when you guys first started? Because I did already. You know, he was
I have.
Or yeah, I really did. My mother's health was shot twice, like during this whole time. Yeah. So
My boyfriend and I are breaking up as we speak, so
I'm sorry.
no one else is going to do the work for me, you guys. I mean, whatever it is, it's got to get done, right? And I told him that, and so I'm not taking any time for him. Anyway, but yeah, adversity is going to come. You just got to let it. I think Mr. Vino had said, you know, let discouragement brush off of your shoulder, and just don't even pay it any attention. Just keep focusing on what you need to do, and don't think about how you feel. Just get it done. So
yeah,
Gives you
Good
more
for you.
time to go like, woo, you know?
I'm sorry to hear about your mom, Vivian. I really am.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Yeah, she just had her second shot, COVID, and then she fell and cracked her head open.
Oh, no, falls are the worst.
We moved her here, and then her blood sugar dropped. Like 2 weeks later, her blood sugar dropped. She was in the hospital, and then now she has dementia too. So we move her to my sister, and now she wants to open the door, and so hopefully it doesn't happen anymore. But oof, it's tough. It's tough. Yeah,
That's hard. That's hard. How old's your mom? If you don't mind me asking.
77.
Okay.
Oh, no, I don't
Okay.
mind. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's tough, but I'm pushing through, and hopefully so far everything is tough, but the toughest is with my mom. But I'm gonna try to pull through. Hopefully nothing anymore happens. So if for any chance you guys don't see me anymore, it's just because of that, not because I can't stand to change my lifestyle or it's tough. This thing is tough. Do you guys find it's tough? But yeah, definitely. But
Steve and I are usually up together reciting scripts until 2-3 in the morning, and then we wake up at 7.
All.
No.
oh, wow. Do any of you guys
Seriously.
have families that that you guys take care of, or just besides just yourself? Anybody? Okay.
I live with my parents, but I mean,
yeah.
they're pretty capable of themselves right now. So
Yeah. Well, I have a family, so it's like sometimes it's kind of like I thought it was just a 9 to 9 thing, and then it turns out, oh, it's actually 9 to 12. I was like, oh, so yeah.
Me
but-
too.
Yeah. What does your fiance say? Oh, but he's in this too, right? You said that, or no? Did I heard that wrong?
Yeah, he was supposed to start this week, but he just had multiple trainings a day, so he couldn't really start. But yeah, actually it's crazy that we were talking about this, because as we were in the meeting, the apartment that we were supposed to go to, we put in our reservation fee or whatever, and then apparently someone else took it. So I don't know how we're gonna pay for these next Airbnbs. So if I'm not here for the next couple days, I'll probably just go to a Starbucks.
Have a place to stay, right?
Live in the car for a little bit, but it's fine. We'll work it out. We got a beach right around the corner. So.
I'll tell you guys what, we have a group meet,
It'll
right?
be
We're
fine.
gonna.
That was an exaggeration. It was a little dramatic, but
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Talia. I really am. I hope everything works out. But I'll tell you what, if you guys need anything, seriously, like I'm sure we wouldn't be selected for this job if we didn't have similar personalities and wanting to help people, right? So I'm sure that if anyone needs anything, reach out through the group meet, and I guarantee someone, if not me, someone else is gonna reach out and help however we can. All right, we're in this together. We're not
We're
alone.
already a little
Go
family
team!
here.
Go team! High five! Go team!
All right, so
What about you, Ben and Steven? I haven't really heard from you guys
I'll
too
talk to you later.
much.
Bye, guys.
All right,
Bye,
see you
guys.
guys.